Uh, Good evening, my dear students. In today's class, in the chapter kinematics, in topic uniform accelerated motion, we are going to discuss some challenging numericals on the uniform accelerated motion. Of course, these numericals will be used in some applications, and we are not aware of that particular the application. But using the mathematics, what we know and the theory of the uniform accelerated motion, with that, what happened, we can solve it. So it's just like mere. There'll be a situation, equations of motions, and we have to apply, and we have to derive the desired condition. It's more or like some mathematical applications what you can put. But definitely, I'm very sure that these are not just mere math questions. These are the questions which are used in applications. Maybe in the journey of a train, or between the like an aeroplane when it moves from one point to another point, or in some car racing, or some applications where then objects start moving. So all these questions came in the existence in the early 19th century. That's what I came to know. So let's try to explore these numericals. Okay, let me start the class. Okay, kids, now we'll start so let me read the question. I think we are badly in need of the vaccine. Hope, I think by another 1 year, we may put all around by the time 2021 January, maybe vaccines will be available. Okay, let's pray for the early vaccine, and let's pray for the safety of every human being on the earth. Okay, let me start it. A body covers distances A, B, and C in successive equal intervals of time. If it moves with uniform acceleration, then prove that the distance traveled in successive equal intervals of time are in arithmetic progression. So if I take this, it will move the successive intervals. It will cover the distances. We don't know what is the length. Okay, just we'll have some. Let me extend this line. As it is accelerated motion, so definitely the distance covered should increase in successive intervals of time. So this will be equal to A. This will be B. This will be C. So this is let it start with the velocity U. So successive interval is telling. So this will be, what is the time? T. Okay, let's get into the calculation part. I think that this color is a contrast one, which will be visible. Looking at this, first equations of motion we have to apply. Nothing is there. Shall we write now the distance A is equal to, let acceleration be alpha. Okay, somewhere here. Let that uniform acceleration be alpha. So A equal to ut plus alpha t square by 2. This will be contrast color. This is for the first one, where this alpha is a constant. Similarly, the equation A plus B, this should be equal to U into what is the interval of time to cover distance A plus B, 2t, plus acceleration is alpha, 2t whole square by 2. Solving this will end up this as 2ut plus 2 alpha t square. Let me call this as equation 1, equation 2. Similarly, A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C. So what is the time interval to cover the distance A plus B plus C? Oh, sorry. Yeah. That should be equal to 3t. So therefore, this will become U into 3t plus alpha 3t square by 2. Okay, these are the equations A, comma, B, and C. Okay, now we have to just show that they're in arithmetic progression. Okay, am I right? That's one. So these are the primary equations, what we are writing it afterwards. So it's mathematics is what we have to search. So let me go for subtracting equation 2 with 1. Subtracting equation 2 with 1. So then what do we will end up with? B is equal to ut plus 2 ut. So it will be 2 alpha, 3 alpha, 3 alpha, 3 by 2 alpha t square. This is the, okay, this is the primary equation. So we'll end up with 1. Subtracting equation 2 with 1, this one. I'll subtract 2 and 1. Similarly, subtracting 3 with 2. Subtracting 3 with 2 will end up with C is equal to ut plus 3 with 2, 9 minus 5 alpha, 5 by 2 alpha t square. Okay, ut plus 5 by 2 alpha t square. This is up. So no, we have to show that it's like arithmetic progression, no? So we will do one thing. C minus B will take it, and here we'll compare with this A plus B minus C. Okay, equation adding A plus C. Adding, okay, let me give number. This is 4, this is 5. 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 will become ut. C plus A equal to 2 ut plus 5 by 2, 6, 3 alpha t square. Call this equation 6. Okay, C plus A we ended up. Okay, now compare 6 and 4. We have to show that it's a arithmetic progression. What is arithmetic progression? C plus A should be equal to 2B, or B should be equal to AC by 2. I think in fact it's correct. So here, so what we do is like a 2B will go for it. 2B equal to 2 ut plus multiplying equation 2 with 4. So that then we'll end up with 2B is equal to 2 ut plus 3 alpha t square, 7. I think equate these two. They are in AP. Okay, now. So they are in arithmetic progression. So definitely you can ask, sir, what is use of this? What are the use of these things? So they have the advantage. It will be there in application. Some application will be useful. Otherwise, simple, just mere maths, nobody will be just sake of maths. Nothing will come in the textbook here. There will be an application based on this. Let's maybe like we are not aware of it, where it is exactly used. But in 19th century, it was earlier. It was used. It was widely used in some of the applications. That much is what I know it. Okay, this will be all the answer. Okay, similarly, we'll take the next question. These are some thing we have to, we know concept, we know theory. We have to think mathematically to reach that particular condition. That's what the problems are based on, that one. A body covers with uniform acceleration straight line distance S1, S2 in successive intervals of time T1, T2. Find the acceleration of the body. Again, let me define. This is like successive is telling. So therefore, this will be initial velocity U. This distance is S1, S2 in successive intervals of time T2. So that the body covers like this. What is acceleration of the body? So let me assume the acceleration, let it be equal to say A. So I think we have to just write some equations. We'll see where we'll land up. This acceleration S1 should be equal to U T1 plus A T1 square by 2. Similarly, S1 plus S2 is equal to U T1 plus T2 plus A. We will simplify this in this way. S1 by, so that this T1 plus T2, let me take common, I'll send it to denominator of the LHS. Denominator of LHS here. So then this will become U plus A. Similarly here, S1 by T1 equal to U plus A T1 by 2. What we are supposed to find out, we should calculate that acceleration. What are the known things? We know S1, S2 and T1, T2. So that expression for acceleration has to be determined. So let me eliminate U. This U is the thing which is assumed. So it has to be eliminated. So for this, I will subtract these equations. So there's the equation 1, 2. Subtracting 1 and 2. Subtracting 1 and 2, the equation for the U will get eliminated. So this will become S1 by T1 equal to A T1 by 2 minus. So we have to just solve for the acceleration. So this will be S1 T1 here, S1 T1 will get cancelled. S1 T2 minus S2 T1 by T1 plus T2 is equal to AT1 minus AT1, other AT1 will get cancelled. Only thing is left over is acceleration. Let me change the color. So the final equation will be acceleration equal to 2 okay. This is what the answer which is needed for us. But one must have this diagram. I feel like one must go for this diagram. There should be a diagram of like this. Then it will be justified. Without even this diagram, writing equation will be a little bit, I feel like, meaningless. A student must have that one. In accelerated motion, the distance covered in equal intervals of time will increase. So we don't know T1 greater than T2, T2 less than T1. That all depends upon the conditions here. But accelerated motion, for A to be positive, S1 T2 should be greater than S2 T1. Well, let me go for the one more numerical. If PQR are the distance covered by the body, moving uniform acceleration during Lth second, Mth second, and Nth second respectively, show that Pm minus 1 plus Qn minus L plus R into L minus M equal to 0. What is the formula? You have to distance covered in nth second concept has to be used. If you have that formula, it will be much easier. So the formula is Sn equal to U plus A n minus 1 by 2, or U plus A by 2 n minus 1, 2n minus 1. Either of the formula. Okay, there's a one what I'll prefer. So what is n? Nth second. Sn is the distance covered in nth second. U is the initial velocity, A is the acceleration. N is nth second. Okay, this formula is what? Let's take help of this. Okay, let me go for directly. The distance covered in PQ. So this P should be equal to U plus, what is the acceleration? We don't know. In the Lth second, L minus 1 by 2. Okay, all the terms, let me expand U plus AL minus A by 2. This U minus A by 2 plus AL. So this U minus A by 2, let it be some constant. Let's not bother. Some alpha or some constant. Okay, let it be some. So here. Let me replace with certain value. Every time writing U minus A by 2. So let me go for K, that one. Similarly, shall we go for the distance covered in the distance Q covered in mth second. PQR. Okay, we have this much of equation. Now we have to solve this. We have to check it. P into M minus N, Q into N minus L. Do we know value of P, S? Then we'll substitute there. M and N already it is there. So we'll simplify this one. Okay, they come to the formula. P into M minus N, Q into N minus L. Okay, what is the value of P? K plus AL into M minus N plus, this will be again, Q will be K plus AM into N minus L. What is R? R will be K plus AN into, this will be L minus M. We have to simplify this. We have to simplify. K term, let me take common. K into M minus N, K into N minus L, K into L minus M minus N, it is L M N, M N L. Okay. That one, yeah. So Km minus Km. So let me take K term common. What will be left over? Left over will be AL into M minus N Am into n minus L. This will become Km minus Kn, Kn minus Kl plus Kl minus Km. Plus ALM minus ALN, AMN minus ALM, ANL minus ANM. I think everything will end up 0. That's what we wanted to prove. You should be very good in, I think, the mathematical analysis here. Because the basics of physics is just using that formula. Equations of motion is what, okay, we are writing. After that, how to reach that answer, you have to put effort. This will be the proper proof here. Let's read this question. If a body covers equal displacements with constant acceleration in time intervals of time, T1, T2, and T3, show that 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2 plus 1 by T3 equal to 3 divided by T1 plus T2 plus T3. Okay, some calculation. We have to, let's see that how we can manage this also. Equal displacements with constant acceleration in time intervals of time, T1, T2, T3. What can be the possible path equation? So let me again, this will be U, initial velocity U, equal displacements. This path equation is something very important. I recommend this, everyone should go for path. This one, equal displacement is telling. So let's see that what will happen to the time interval. Equal displacements, S. The time intervals are T1, T2, T3. These are the time intervals. So with a constant acceleration. So what is acceleration? S will assume that to be okay. No. So what do you expect? T1, T2, T3, some anything. So T3 should be less than time taken. So here I think there's some general information what we must aware. T3 less than T2 less than T1. This is what happens in uniform accelerated motion. Time taken for equal displacements will decrease. T3 less than T2 less than T1. Of course, this may not be useful, but we must be aware of this also. Okay, let's write all the possible equations. So the first, looking at the first interval time T1, S equal to U1 T plus A1 T1 square. So therefore, S by T1 S by T1 equal to U plus A T1 by 2. This is equation 1. Similarly, for the next interval, for the interval of time T1 plus T2. This is the equation for the interval time T1. Now for the interval of time T1, T2, what is the displacement of the body? Equal to 2S. So therefore this 2S should be equal to U T1 plus T2. Okay, this let me primary call. This is the equation A, equation B. So some number I'll give it. Sorry, this should be the equation A. let this be the equation B. So let me go for the difference of these two, A minus B. Why I'm doing? To show that. I to prove this. So therefore, I'm just searching for what method. See, we know this one. Now, what is the concept? If the equations of motion is what we are going to apply it. Now, this A minus B, this will be 2S minus S equal to, directly I'm writing the step UT2 plus A, this will be AT1 square after all the simplification will end up this much of the thing. So here S by T2 U plus A by 2. One T2 has taken common, so this will become T2 plus T1. Let me call this as equation 2, this as equation 1. You might be surprised. So why you are giving numbers like that? Just only for my convenient. We have just given the numbers. Let this equation be A. This is just only T1 we took common and sent to the numerator denominator of LHS. Then we'll end up this equation. Similarly here also, after subtracting and expanding this and subtracting with this, we'll end up this equation. Okay, no. What is the other thing? So let me write one more equation. 3S is equal to A T1 plus T2 plus T3 whole square by 2. So then this will be, let me call this equation as okay, I'll expand it. Then we'll see what will end up. T1 plus T3 plus, expansion of this will be, let me expand this. T1 square, T2 square, T3 square will be 2T1, T2 plus T2, T3 plus, I need a little bit space. Let me adjust that equation here only on this line. No, so this will become T1, T2, T1, T2. So this equation, let me call C. Then 3S by T1 plus T2 plus T3. Okay, no, we have different things. So we have to just show that, that there's a purpose why we are bringing the equations of form like this. Okay, let me do B minus C, the mathematics. Let me take the difference of these two equations. 3S minus 2S will be S. Then U23. AT1 square plus AT2 square by 2 will get eliminated. 2T1, T2 will get eliminated. So I'll be left over with T3 square B minus C. S equal to U23 A by 2. Oh, okay, this will be T3 square 2 T1 T3 plus 2 T2 T3. Oh, somebody, okay, this one, negative sign. Yeah. Let me take T3 common. Then I'll simplify further S by T3. It is like this. S by T3 is equal to U minus A by 2. T3 plus 2 T1 plus 2 T2. This equation 3 over, I'll call this as equation 4. Let me do one thing, 1 minus 2 plus 3. 1 minus 2 plus 4. We'll do one thing, I'll keep it here. Below that, it'll be, okay, there's the initial part of all the calculation. So now what we have to do is like 1 minus 2 plus 4. Because what is the question that is asked? 1 by T1 plus 1 by T2 plus 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Look at the LHS. So therefore, it's a better like if I can take like this, equation 1 minus 2 plus 4. Going for this will be S by T1, S by T2. So U plus A T1 by 2, U plus A by 2, T2 plus T1, minus of this. After this, it will be U minus A by 2, T3 plus 2 T1 plus T2. Okay, this will I think it is very lengthy still. Let me, I don't have page. Let me go for a few more steps. So this will become S by T1, S by T2, S by T3 is equal to one UN minus U, one cancel out. Okay, well, I'll bring all the things in order so that will be easy for you. AT1 by 2 plus AT1 by 2. AT2 by 2. Yeah, this part. AT1 by 2, AT1 by 2. This is AT2 by 2. Negative sign, negative sign, negative sign. I'm expanding this bracket minus U. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, so a little bit more terms are there. Let me put everything in order, then I'll simplify it. This will be U. Then plus U. A3 by 2, then A T1 plus AT2. Okay, let's do one thing. What all terms AT1 by 2, AT1 by 2. This will get eliminated. This minus U plus U. This will get cancelled out. So what will be left over now? The leftover thing will be U minus ATT by AT2 negative sign. AT1 by 2 minus 3 AT2 by 2 minus AT3 by 2. T1 plus 3T2. All these are positive. Hope I think I'll even I myself finding little bit very lengthy. Let me try to reach the answer. U plus A by 2. I think we are missing some sign, negative sign. Oh. S is equal to B minus C. We took it, no? Let me just verify myself. B minus C. So it will be 3S minus 2S UT1. A T1 square, T2 square. That will cancel out. Here, I think I have to check once this equation. This will be AT1 T2 square. This will cancel out. B minus C we took it, no? So here AT1 square T2 square that will cancel out. This will become positive. Huh? Oh, I think somewhere I lost the sign. So this should be this RHS minus this RHS. Yeah, okay, fine. This is, we'll end up this one. Okay, minus A, T3 we took outside. Say 2 plus 4, 1 by T1. So the question was asked like this to find out 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Okay, 3 should be there. Okay, it will come. Okay, then finally we landed up here. S is equal to that S should be eliminated from the equation. 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Okay, yeah, some correction. Yeah. Okay, now we'll go for simplification of this. This will be U minus A by 2, T1 plus T2 plus T3 minus A T2 will come. So other will be T2 will be there. Any equation. So we have to bring that S into the picture. U minus AT2. T1 plus T2, T3. Any equation is there? Yeah, okay, we have no one. U plus A T1 plus T2 plus T3. U plus A by 2 whole divided by this is. Will become 3S it is. Okay, no, I think I have some mistake here. B minus C. B minus C, the equation B, the equation C, no? B minus C, 2S minus 3S, yeah, negative sign will come. Oh, I think it really troubled us a lot. Now, please do notice this. Yeah, this one. B minus C. 2S minus 3S will be minus S. Okay, now I have equation 4. This I'm going to add up. So here that negative sign. So 1 plus 2, 1 minus 2 plus 4. Minus of minus. 1 minus 2 minus of, okay, this will be. If I do that, okay, this will be, okay, minus of minus, it will come. I have to subtract this. Yeah, this will be. So then the expansion of this will be minus U plus, this will be plus, this will be plus. Okay. So then this will be U plus AT1 minus or plus AT2 by 2 plus AT3 by 2. This will become 2T1 plus T2 plus T3. Okay, I think we have still I think I'm landing in trouble. Minus of minus, it will be plus, no? Here, AT1 by 2 minus of AT1 by 2. Yeah. Okay, we'll see this. Okay, I think we needed here 3S, that's all. This additional 2 is what coming. I should check now my equations. Yeah, fine. Okay, I think somewhere calculations had to be. Okay, this let me check this part. 81 by 2. Here 81 by 2. And we don't, other equations not visible properly. That's why we are facing a lot of problem. 81 by 2. Here 81 by 2 will get cancelled. 82 by 2 is left over. Okay, this will 81 by 2. This 81 by 2 will cancel out. Here I'll end up with minus of minus plus 81. Okay, this one. And the plus AT2. Here AT2 by 2. So AT2 by 2 will end up. Okay, there's no problem with this. I think only the problem is one now with the AT1. If it were AT1 by 2, the problem would have been solved. Okay, this equation I have to check once again. So many unknown things. T1, T2, here T1, T3, T2, T3. The only equation C, no, it is. Okay, I think the calculation part here, oh, here again we have missed it. A by 2, 2 T1, T2. Here A by 2, 2 T1, T2. This will get eliminated. B minus C when you take it, I think somewhere again I had to miss some sign. So U T1, T2. So U T3 will be left over. B minus C. Minus U T3. Yeah. B minus C. Let me, I'll simplify it. Okay, so I think I got it. So here there is some correction is there. The expansion of this will be, so 2s minus s with this one. So when you take this A by 2 common, here the 2 should be there. Here 2 T1 is missing. I'll add up. Rest all everything is fine. All of you. So some correction at equation 2 was needed. It took almost 10 minutes for me to find out where the method. Just some math-based mistakes usually happens in such numericals. Okay, I think this will be 2T1. The mistake where I gone, I'll indicate. Let me. Here is what. This one. So this will become. Okay, this part is. I wrote my for reference. It took almost 10 minutes for me to fight with this. Now it will be 2T1, 8T2. Okay, this will be 8T1 will come. I think no question of cancellation. No? Let's see that. 8T1. Only 81. So 81, 81, these two will cancel out. So altogether we'll be left over with 81 by 2. Okay, this will not come. Finally, we arrived at the required equation. Little bit very difficult, so such math-based questions. So what is the LHS? 1 by T1. S on both sides will cancel out. Therefore, the proof 1 by T1. Just we have to fight with the mathematics here. We have to fight with the mathematics. Okay, that pink color I highlighted where we gone wrong. So some mathematics. Okay, similarly, we'll take the next one. Okay, we'll go for this problem. A point moves. Let me read it. Let me save the data. Okay, now let's come for a point moves with uniform acceleration if v1, v2, v3 be the average velocities in three successive intervals of time t1, t2, t3. Show that v1 minus v2 by v3 equal to t1 plus t2 by t2 plus t3. We have to just prove this condition. Okay, it's a good problem. Something in uniform accelerated motion, we are trying to get the average accelerations, how they are related. So let the body, okay, these are the points A, B, C, and let this be D. V1, V2 are the average velocities or interval of time. This is T1, T2, T3. Let the velocity here be VA, VB, VC, VD. So let's apply the equations of motion. VB equal to VA minus AT1. Let A acceleration of the body, let it be point, let it be A. We'll choose like this. So VB equal to plus AT1. It's going to be accelerated motion. So V equal to U plus AT formula, we are applying it. So therefore this VB minus VA by A is equal to T1. Similarly, VC is equal to VB plus AT2. AT3. Okay, these are the equations of motion applied there. VB is equal to VA plus acceleration into time of journey from A to B, T1. VC equal to VB plus A, T2. VD equal to VC plus A, T3. Fine. Okay, after this, T1, we'll add up these two equations, T1 plus T2. If I add up these two, I'll end up with VC minus VA by A. Okay, this one, we'll see what further you can write it. This one. Further, let's come for the average acceleration. What do you mean by V1? In accelerated motion, the average acceleration is given by VB plus VA by 2. Similarly, for the interval time T2, the average acceleration is V2, which is given by VC plus VB by 2. Similarly, the average acceleration V3 for the interval of time T3 is given by VD plus VC by 2. Oh, if you can remember, in the third topic I discussed in uniform accelerated motion there, in uniform accelerated motion, how that average velocity, this was the formula I derived it. Please recollect. If V and VB are the velocities in interval of time T1, means as the body accelerates, VB equal to VA plus AT1. What is the average acceleration for this interval? How it's related to initial and final velocity given by this formula. So shall we replace now? We have to replace with the suitable values here. So what is VC now? VC shall we write 2V2 minus VB? What is VA? Will be 2V1 minus VB. All divided by A. Keep it here. Similarly, T2 plus T3. Adding up these two, I'll get VD minus VA by 3. So what is VD is equal to 2V3 minus VC. To V2 minus VB. All divided by A. This will take the ratio, then we'll see that one. So 2V2 So this equation 1, let me call equation 2. 1 divided by 2. So T1 plus T2 by T2 plus T3 should be equal to, look at here, minus VB plus VB will cancel out. So I'll be ending up with 2A by V2 minus V1. 2A by V3 minus V2. So I think resolving this, okay, this will be our answer. Okay, I'll take the next one. It's a very good, again, lengthy problem. Hope mathematics will help me. I'll try to write the steps clearly. Read the question meanwhile. I'll proceed into the calculation part. A, B, C, D are 4 collinear points such that AB equal to BC equal to CD. If the average velocity is between points A and B is 12 and that between C and D are 20, find the average velocity between points B and C if the body is moving with uniform acceleration throughout. What we have to do is, okay, let's, it seems lengthier. Calculations will mean what? Let's try. AB equal to BC equal to CD. A, B, C, D. Average velocity between points A and B is 12 meters per second. It's an average velocity. Huh? Between B and C, find the average. Between B and C, we don't know. That we have to find out. Between C and D is how much? 20 meters per second. Okay, let this be distances. VA, VB, VC, and let this be VD. Okay, now we'll proceed here. So we know this VA plus VB by 2 equal to 12. So therefore this VA plus VB equal to 24. We'll call this as equation 1. It's a bit very lengthy. Let me try. And then let me, as it is accelerated motion. So therefore VB square minus VA square equal to 2AS. What is further VB? VB, we can write it as 24 solving this, I'll end up with 24 into 12 minus VA equal to AS. Call this as equation 3. Similarly, VC plus VD, the average velocity between these 2 points. Is equal to 20. So VC plus VD is equal to 40. Call this as equation number 2. Let me give the numbering. Then let me apply the equations of motion. VD square minus VC square equal to 2AS. Let me replace VD. VD will be 40 minus VC whole square minus VC square equal to 2AS. Solving this, I'll end up with equation 20 minus VC equal to AS. This is equation 4. Equating 3 and 4. 24 by 12 minus VA should be equal to 40 into 20 minus VC. 12 minus VA by 40 equal to 20 minus VC by 24. 5 by 3. Call this equation number 5. Okay, this everything, let me call it as K. The K value is what we have to find out. So therefore, what is VA is equal to? VA will be 12 minus 5K. Similarly, VC is equal to 20 minus 3K. This everything, let me call it as equation 6. Now, this is one set. I will proceed now. Let me apply equations of motion between these 2 points. VC square minus VB square equal to 2AS. I think, okay, yeah, it will work out. We'll try, nothing wrong, we'll try. So equal to, this is equation 7. Now put 1 in 7, we have 1. I think let me write it here. Put 1 in 7. Put 1 in 7 means what I should replace? I'll try to replace VB. So what can be VB equal to 24 minus VA? Equal to 2AS. This let me call 8. Now I'm going to put 6 in 8. Equation 6 in 8. So equation 6 in 8, VC will be 20 minus 3K whole square. 24 minus VA will be 12 minus 5K whole square equal to 2AS. So this simplification of this will be further 20 minus 3K whole square. 24 minus 12 will be 12. 12 minus 12 plus 5K whole square equal to 2AS. Expanding this, 400, 9K square minus 120K, 144, 225K square. This will be negative sign. Sorry, here, negative sign. Minus of this will be 2 5 are 30. Okay, this is fine, no? 2 5 are 10, 10 120. 120K equal to 2AS. I'll call this as equation 9. Put 4 in 9. When you put 4 in 9, okay, I think we'll put 4 in 9. Then what we can do, we can eliminate this AS. Then we'll get VC. Again, I'm going to put equation 6 in that one. Then everything will end up with K. So put 4 in 9. After putting 4 in 9, now I think this side I should simplify. Okay, this will be only 25. Huh? Yeah. Let me first simplify it, then I'll solve it. Then I'll substitution. That will be better, no? Simplification minus 16k square minus 240k plus 256 is equal to 2 into this AS, here I'll put it, put 4. Okay, let me write here. No, let me call 9. Now put 4 in 9. Put equation 4 in equation 9 minus 16k square 240k 256. 2 value of AS will be 40 20 minus VC. Then again put value of VC here. So this call 10. Put 6 in 10. Maybe it's a marathon problem. Okay, we'll proceed further. 240k 256 2 into 40 20 minus put equation 6 in 10. So this will become solving this, we'll get a quadratic equation. K square plus 30k. I already solved it because I kept it because it will take that one. So the value of k will be root of 241 minus 15. This will substitute. Then we'll get what we have to do. So this is equation 11. Substitute this 11 in 6. You'll get VC. And already you know VB. Then again you have to substitute in okay, VB no. So we have all the things. So VAB we know. So first we'll get the value of VC. After getting VC, we'll get VA. I think first we'll do one thing. Put 11 in 6. Substituting, put equation 11 in 6. To substitute that, you'll get VA and VC value. This value of VA and VC, we have to use this, and already we know VA plus VB, how much it is equal to? 24. Then VC plus VD is equal to how much? It is equal to 40. After getting VA and VC, we are going to calculate the VB. Then the average velocity VBC is what is asked. If you solve all this, we'll end up this answer as VBC is equal to 1 plus under root 241 meter per second. This is nothing but equal to 16.5 meter per second approximately. This will be our answer. A little bit very lengthy, all calculation, but you can manage. Okay, lot of calculations. Really we have to put it. Really we have to put a lot of effort here. Somewhere the negative sign missed, like previous problem, then gone. Again, we have to go cross check. So therefore, we have to be extra alert. That's what it says. We have to be extra alert in solving the equations. Even myself, teacher, you can see definitely here and there, I may go wrong, then I'll go correct itself. So since you are a student, you'll be having a little bit more, you can say, the mathematical high-speed calculations. So you can manage comfortably. Now, at the age of 46, I think a little bit I find difficult. Anyway, I tried my level best. That's why it kept this topic challenging. Why challenging? Because maths is challenging, not physics is challenging here. Okay, yeah. Okay, kids, you might have seen now, like it's more about the mathematics, the less about the physics. The physics equation is very simple. Just we wrote v equal to u plus at or v square minus u square equal 2s. But the other thing, the math, it was really troublesome. So definitely you may expect questions of these kind also. So what we have learned finally? We must know how to simplify things. We have to be extra alert in each and everything. Somewhere the negative sign missed, the whole problem will go wrong. Again, we have to go cross-check. The way to cross-check, you might have seen last but one problem, the way I struggled. Somewhere the negative sign, I missed it. It almost took for me the 20 minutes to go and check means where I missed that sign, where I'm going wrong, each and every step. So that's the reason why I'm giving numbers. Are you getting no? I just wanted to convey some scientific method here. When your problem is very lengthy, when you get plenty of equations, so what you're going to do is like, you're going to do the numbering. So therefore you can go and check the each and every equation which are numbered. And if your equations are correct, then it'll be much easier. It'll be, you can conveniently work out things. Got it now? So there is some methodology there. When the problem solving becomes very lengthy, so what is the best suggestion method? All the equations which you come across, just keep on, give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that. And what mathematics you are going to do with that equations, you indicate. So anywhere you are going wrong, it'll be very easy for you to trace out. The method is what I wanted to show for the student. The coming topics, we do encounter such very lengthy topics, very lengthy numericals. So what should be the methodology, how to correct ourselves? So I think this is what I'm trying to show here. Okay, enjoy the maths. Okay, bye. See you. Take care. We'll meet in the next class.